guys, I wanted to show you something, just a little tip that can go a long way to help with getting a leash and collar on your dog. So one of the things that I notice is a lot of times when people try to put a leash or a collar on their dog, this is just an English slip lead. This is what I usually start with. What a lot of people do is they approach the dog like this and try to put it on the dog, so like this. And a lot of the times the dog will turn his head from side to side or actually back away. So the dog is moving backwards physically, but in the dog's mind, he's moving backwards. So one of the things I like to train is for dogs to want to push their head into the collar or into the leash, because it's really important to me that the dog wants to do the training and that the dog is having fun. Tyson has a lot of fun. So how do you train this? So what I do is I like to start with an English slip lead because you can make the hole really, really big. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. Because the smaller the collar, the more constricting it may seem to the dog. So I make the hole really big. I have some food in my hand and I offer the dog some food. And as the dog is reaching forward for the food, I put the lead on the dog. I close it up a little bit. I give some more food. Then I'll take it off. I may do that a few times and then make the hole a little bit smaller. And I just repeat, repeat, repeat. So you see how he reaches forward for the food, and as he's reaching forward, I slip the slip lead over his head. And then I give him more food. So when you practice this enough and your dog is eager to reach forward into the slip lead or the training collar, then I would go to his regular collar. And I would just keep repeating the same thing. Now this hole is a lot smaller, so a dog that's been chased around for being leashed up and has learned to sort of pull back from a human as he approaches with a collar, this is going to seem restrictive, almost claustrophobic, and it's a bit of a habit that they get into. So be patient and go very slow. Tyson and I have been working on this for a really long time, so he's pretty good about wanting to push his head into the collar. But when we first started, come on buddy, back to place. When we first started, he too would want to pull away. So I get him interested in the food. I get him reaching for my hand as I slip the collar on. When the collar's on, I offer him more food, and then I take it off right away. And I just do this over and over and over. I may take his entire breakfast or supper meal once a day, maybe even twice a day if he's having a lot of issues, and just practice this over and over and over. Because the goal is you want your dog to be happy and excited when he sees the leash or the collar. So you want him wanting to push his head into it, like that. You don't want him seeing the collar and wanting to pull back from you or to run away. So that's how we train a dog to enjoy putting on his collar. Back to place, bud, the boy.